sir. My questions are tonight. As you can see, I work for MCAT. And we all three departments, the police department, fire department, MCAT, we're all an integral part of a mechanism. Without all of us together, it doesn't work. We reduce the staff of the fire department. That takes away from us. That takes away from our citizens. It takes away from the people. Now, I don't know if all of you live in Eldon. I don't know if all of you know all of us, but this is a small town. Everybody here pretty much knows everybody. All our kids go to school together. We've all grown up together. I'm sure some of you have watched all of us grow up. To take away this fire department and decrease it, it's not just going to affect just your budget. It will affect our community. Between homeowners' insurance, between the businesses that are going to come in and everything else. Now, I'm just a lowly citizen. I don't sit in your positions. I don't understand everything. God knows I wouldn't want your jobs. I wouldn't want to make these decisions. But I will say there's got to be other ways. You know, there's rumors about things, you know, buying properties and stuff, that maybe we do need them. Maybe updating the town is a good thing. Bring in more business, bring in more people to live here, pay more taxes. God knows everybody needs more taxes paid, right? It would help with things. But buying properties that seemingly went for significantly less and paying significantly more for them when we're letting firefighters go, and that amount could amount to a salary of one of our firefighters. Seems ridiculous. I know no one's going to answer to that. I don't expect you to. But I have another few questions for you. Seems that we've got some discrepancies in where some of the funds are going. Like why our volunteer firefighters aren't getting paid. These men and women put their lives on the line. And if it was for one of you, I'm sure you'd feel a heck of a lot different. These men and women show up at times when nobody else would want to. They show up, put their lives in danger. They show up and don't even know if they're going to go home that night to see their families. They walk out the door, kiss their kids goodbye, kiss their wives goodbye, or husbands, whatever. They don't know if they're coming home. And they're volunteering their time for this. And they should have been reimbursed for that. So where did all that go? And why weren't they paid? Kind of what I thought. The 3 full-time firefighters and the 1 part-time firefighter that are being talked about being let go. These are my brothers and sisters, as they are to the police force and everybody else who wears a uniform. This doesn't just hurt one department, this hurts all departments. And I hope that was taken into consideration when this decision was made. And it doesn't come down to taxes, it comes down to what's right. And all you guys got paid. You get paid pretty good. What about us? What about them? All these men and women sitting back here, they deserve that respect. I know the city's not doing as well as you all would like. There's a big deficit in there. There's ways to combat that. And again, I don't intend on solving that problem tonight. It's not for me to do. But I think updating streetlights and updating roads, instead of bidding those jobs out and paying more, we need to pay our people here to do it. People here are hurting. And those jobs should be bid to our people in this community, in this town. I just hope that some of that sits on your minds. And if something ever happened to one of you guys, and these men and women back here show up, you appreciate them for what they're doing. Because I know I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
These are not cuts that we take any joy in making at all. They're hard, they're difficult. For us, I know they're even more difficult for you all. But we have no choice but to balance the budget. And we're talking about the general fund, where fire and police department are funded from. Police department took a reduction as well. The capital, that we are also obliged to keep our money in different funds. So the one that is of concern, the one that's in deficit, is the general fund. There are other, the water, wastewater, capital, streets, etc. There are other funds that you may see activity in that don't relate to the general fund at all. They have their own revenue sources. And so you may see expenditures out of those funds, and you may say, well, why are they spending money on that when we're having to have to lay off a fire officer? And it's because it's a different fund. And it's the general fund that's in deficit. It's the general fund where we have to take action, and that's primarily the fire department and police department.
We meet every 2 weeks. I would welcome anyone that has something to say to us to come. As David said, and we've said it before, none of the decisions that we made are made lightly. They have been very considered and very deliberate, I assure you. And I can tell you, having just come on the board recently, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't understand. And I think it is important for you to hear what David said. He's got a lot more experience with city finance and government. When I budget my household budget, everything comes into one pot of money and all my bills are paid out of that. It is not that way when you're working with municipal finance. And unfortunately, we all find ourselves, everyone in this room that lives in Eldon, we all have to live in Eldon and we can't serve on the board. We're all in a very difficult position, whether it's evident to us or not. It's particularly evident to us because we have been evaluating the information and we are charged with making these really hard decisions. No one up here wants to. We welcome other people that want to run and take our place and maybe have better ideas than us. But right now, we are in such a financial position, and as David articulated, the police department itself, that comes out of the general fund, has already had reductions. So it is short on staff. We are now applying those same reductions to the fire department. I understand it is extremely hard. It's hard. Those are the choices that we have made.